Spaghetti, BRAMI. We've had good success with BRAMI. The last pasta we tasted, the red one, or red lentil, was spaghetti. But it wasn't spaghetti, right? It had a special purpose, unique flavor. So conditional fail. So we've had good luck with BRAMI. Remember a mac and cheese, and it works seamlessly. So I found spaghetti on sale, of course. And I'm like, hey, let's see if this can be your spaghetti. See if Brahmi spaghetti can be that alternative. Tastes like real pasta and not like the cardboard box it came in. Okay, so first things first, one of the things that whenever I look at a new product is take a quick glance at the label. I'm skeptical. So one thing here is, of course, it contains wheat. So if that's so it's not gluten-free. So if you're looking for a gluten-free alternative, this isn't it. It also says it may contain traces of peanuts and soy. So nut allergies, be aware. You know, there's a lot of fluff behind that one, and maybe that's a separate video if you guys want to hear more of the whole thing with labeling. I could try to explain it as best as I understand it, because it is very confusing. It is very confusing. So yes, it's semolina flour, which is wheat, and the lupini beans, which we know has a lot of protein. So one serving, 56 grams, and 12 grams for a serving. So if you do 2 servings, you get 21 grams, which doesn't make sense. Oh, 3.5 ounces. So unfortunately, if you do 2, I guess you're going to get the 24. So that's a problem. All right. And then directions says to boil water. That's important. 4.5 quarts for the whole pack. And this thing is heavy. And no, I'm not doing 4.5. So I'm doing probably, that's 2 quarts, 2.5 quarts. And so I'm going to do 2 portions, which is 112 grams. Oh, okay. Some of it's broken. That's okay. All right. So this thing feels different, like rough, like sandpaper. Huh. I mean, it has a good thing, like feeling in terms of pasta. All right. So here's our 2 portions. All in all, says it's got about 7.5 portions, which this one I find believable. It's pretty heavy. It's, you know, it's a good. So, but notice how on the market it says, cook the whole box. Do you really need to cook the whole box? I don't. Cook 8 to 10 minutes. So for me, that's 6 or 7, right? Salt, add salt to taste. Approximately 2.5 tablespoons. That's a lot of damn salt. Yeah, it says 2.5, approximately 2.5. That's like 24, 25 grams of salt. Now, I'm not even going to salt my water, but that is a lot of salt. Yeah, that is a lot of salt. Let's weigh it out real quick. All right, so a tablespoon. All right, so let's try this out real quick. All right, so if I do, I don't know, that is 9 grams of salt, 19 grams of salt. I don't know, half 23, 25. That's a lot of damn salt. I don't know about you, but maybe it's teaspoons, but yeah, I would not go with the. So there's fail number 1, or questionable on looking at your recipe or marketing stuff. All right, so let's get the timer going. All right, so pasta's boiling, or water boiling. Start the timer here, doing 7 minutes. I'm gonna respect the pasta. Let it stay as whole as possible. Now this one's already more malleable than the lentil pasta. So, you know, a lot of people I know, it's finding alternative or healthier options that don't break the bank in many ways, right? Because you might buy something that supposedly is really healthy and trendy and all the craze. And honestly, it doesn't taste that great. And then you put it in your pantry and it's just wasted money. Or you do pay for something that has a premium price and it tastes like basura. Or like in our previous thing with the pasta, it has a specific use, not universal. So this one says add a little pasta water to your sauce. Good tip. The thing that what stands out to me real quick, going back to make and train traces of peanuts and soy. So one thing with zucchini is if you're allergic to peanuts, zucchini may trigger that. So essentially, this is not peanut friendly, and I believe it's in Europe, lupini is considered an allergen to be cautious of. Here, it's not. But lupini does have these traces that if somebody has a peanut allergy, essentially have the same reaction. So you're hosting a party and somebody has a peanut allergy, you come across lupini, make the nice pasta, you're trying to make a nice impression for the neighborhood, and somebody might need to go to the hospital, and not a good thing. So always be cautious of looking at the label, but that is something that I think could use some attention. All right, so where's our pasta? We're still going. So why should you care about lupini or spaghetti? That's the key word, spaghetti. Many of people love spaghetti, right? I'm not that many, but if I could find something and share it, why not? So I found this at Target for $3. So it's not bad. It's the same price as the lentil pasta, but this may actually be a good universal alternative. Meaning, yeah, you can just throw your favorite sauce on it, but we'll see. Because it's definitely, like I said, more malleable. It's already moving. Remember, the lentil pasta was like crispy and crunchy for quite a while. The other part is when you cook it or reheat it, right? Does it hold up? Now, hopefully this thing is good because it's supposed to be my lunch. All right, so we got a minute 30 left, and I'm already going to try one. Because part of it is this thing so temperamental? It's getting there already. We're at 6 minutes, so I don't know. But this one does have that roughness. So far, it's looking promising. All right, we're at 7 minutes. I'm going to stop it right there. So the 8 minutes flat, here's something interesting. I don't know if it's me, but this tastes like it has a little bit of salt. Like you don't need seasoning for it. But if I added the 20 something grams of salt, and so notice it does have that little roughness. So I think it will cling to your sauce really well. So with that said, though, if you are not going to use this right away, definitely run it on some running water. Keep it at the 8 minutes. So the reason I left it like that, just hot, is it'll carry over a little bit, right? It's still cooking. So think of it like it's had an extra minute in hot water. It is a little bit more mushy. I think it's going to be a good option. You stick this in with your favorite spaghetti sauce, bolognese, carne. So far, a pretty good option. And for los que like our fideos, there's a fideo. So nice broth. There you go. Actually, it's pretty nice to reheat. So just gave me an idea. Many of you heard of like chow mein noodles, if we treat them as chow mein. All right, so what am I going to make? I have some chicken bone broth that I made, I think, in a previous episode. So I made some chicken bone broth the other day. Then from a whole chicken, I've leftover chicken that I just shredded up. But I forgot to take out the bone. Great. I'm fired. Some mushrooms. Now I have some noodles. Look at that. Probably have chicken soup. Some oregano, olive oil, celery, and chili. All right. So let's add a little oil. If you've never used celery and chili, be mindful that it can be pretty spicy. I really love it. But if you're not a picante fan, be careful. I have some leftover samiji mushrooms. So where's the chow mein? Good question. So I want some of this heat, but I don't want to smell it. Suffocate. It's holding up pretty well. All right, let's get our mushrooms back in. Now there's no more pasta residue on the bottom. The rest of our broth, right? Boil. Some of the pollo, hopefully with no bones. Now this is still choking from that whole chicken from the other day. All right, so let that Tanto boil. All right, let's try this one. All right, so notice how it picked up a lot of the like oil and the chile. That's pretty good. That actually held up. I could use that as a stir fry. I'm impressed. I think we might have a winner. Where's my salt? Oh, should I use the 25 grams? All right. Well, there's my soup. All right. I got lunch. Keep my costs down. Money waste sabor. So far for the money, I said I got it for $3. I think that actually a pretty good deal for a pasta that is promoted to be an alternative to for those that are looking for macros in their diet. So this vegan, not gluten free. I'm sorry. Remember that peanut allergy though. Flavor's there. Just don't overcook it. So yeah, stop it roughly at the 8 minutes. And if you're not going to use it right away, rinse it in water. I I think we got a winner. This and your favorite spaghetti sauce or whatever you're going to have it with, this will do the trick. Because if you're going to be picky and just taste the noodle to noodle, you will notice a little bit of a difference on the texture because it does have that like sandy paper, but you are going to cook it and you are going to add sauce to it. As you saw, the Calabrian chili got stuck to it. I mean, this might actually, if you tweak it a little bit, could be like a cold noodle salad, something to think about. And hopefully you don't lose your spoon, but it's really good. So money waste sabor, $3 worth of money. You're going to get supposedly 8 portions, but I think 5. You'll get some pretty decent, because this thing is really dense. Less waste because you're actually going to eat this. If you're going to substitute it and dress it with the nice sauce like the mac and cheese, you're good to go. And when you look at it, this has multiple uses. Because like I cut it, you could do stir fry real quick, fideo, sopa, soup, your favorite spaghetti. So I think it's worth it. I would call this one almost a perfect sell. Just fix your salt, or maybe calling out a little bit of the lupini. So there's your money way sabor. Cuídense, provecho.